Hey YouTube, I have a video about overclocking. AMD Ryzen CPUs only. Sorry, Intel and older AMD processor users. I'll make a much more broad video for y'all later, as soon as I figured out how to record my BIOS. I hope that I don't have to just, stick a camera in front of my monitor to do that, but if I do, so be it. That's what I'll have to do. Alright. As you can see, last time we looked at this, my processor speed was like 3.1 gigahertz. Alright, the base speed is 3.1, and now my max speed, I have it increased to 3.8 gigahertz. And I'm going to show you how to overclock your Ryzen CPU. So open your web browser. I will have the link to this website in the description. If you want to find it yourself, just search AMD Ryzen Master, and it should be pretty much the first search result. Alright, navigate to the bottom of the page. On the left side is for Threadripper CPUs. I imagine most of you probably don't have one of those, so click download for the Ryzen Master for all other Ryzen processors. Run it or save it, whatever. Install it, alright? And after you have it installed, run it. Oh, that's right, I already have it running. Oops. Anyway, so this is more than likely not what your dashboard is going to look like. This is what it will look like. So click on the little arrow that says expand on it so that you can see your temperature and your speed, though the speed isn't that important because it has it listed, right there anyway. But you won't be able to make any changes here. In order to make any changes, you have to click on one of these profiles. And I am only using profile 1. Okay. Most important thing, do not make huge changes. Like, if your processor is running at a base speed of 3 gigahertz, don't increase to 3.8 gigahertz immediately. Just because you see that I'm running at 3.8 gigahertz, even if you have my processor, don't do that. Because the overclocking abilities of processors, they're also affected by the motherboard. In fact, they're heavily affected by the motherboard. And tiny little differences in the manufacturing process can result in disastrous results. Alright, make tiny little incremental increases. Alright, if you're running at 3.1 gigahertz, try going to 3.2 and increasing the voltage by like 0.125 volts, maybe 0.25 at the most, at a time. Alright? And stress it, or at least test it, before moving on and saying, okay, this is stable, like me. I haven't been able to fully test this. When I get home from work tonight, I'm going to stress test this all night. It's going to be running all night, and when I wake up, if my system is still stable, sweet, I can run my processor at 3.8 gigahertz. Alright? Also, don't just increase the speed and fail to increase the voltage. I think this should be self-explanatory, but if you're increasing the speed, you need to increase the voltage. If you don't, you'll starve your CPU for power. Bad things will happen. Alright? So, yeah, remember, incremental increases at a time. Don't just jump an entire gigahertz. Alright? Thank you for watching. If you learned something, like this video. Comment, tell me what I can do better. Thank you for watching. Bye.